Alright everyone, so now here I'm going to explain 2D arrays, okay, in actual code. So now if you remember in the previous video, I explained 2D arrays as something like this, where, it's an array of arrays, as you could see. So within, at element 0, there is an array, and element 1, there's another array, so on, 2, 3, right? And then I also told you could do, if you did, so let's say if you did something like this. Int temp equals y 0. Alright? And what happens is that, as I mentioned before, this entire row will become that. That's how you can pull out the rows from two-dimensional arrays, okay? So if we think about it that way, let's look at this here. So we have this two-dimensional array, right? Where the first row is this, the second row is that, so on and so forth, right? Row 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if we do an int array, and I'll just name it temp for now. Or I guess no, we're using doubles here. So double, right? Temp equals. Now you see the name of this array is A, right? If you do A 0, what it'll do is it'll take this entire row, the first row at this is index. Remember, this is index 0 in the array. So at index in the 2D array, it'll pull out this entire row and set it equal to temp A0. Okay. You can do the same thing for here. Double temp2 equals A1, right? So this second row will become this. Now, if the thing about it is if we did double, you see this is a regular double, not an array, right? Double temp3 equals A0, 0. Now, if you look at that, what this will do is this will be the first row, right? So it goes to the first row, and then it pulls out the 0th element from that first row. The 0th element is 1. So this should be 1. This is row 1. This is row 2. Okay? So that's how you could get each of them. Just to show you, I'll print them. So this should be, actually, make this easier for you guys. This will be row 1. This will be row 2. 2. And this will be row 1, first element, right? So then let's just use these methods here. So we could do print array. Let's type in row 1. So row 1 equals. Also, let's also do this. Print array A, just for print out the original array, okay? The original 2D array. Alright? No, this shouldn't go in here. Well, this will be row 1. Row 1 equals. Alright, so now let's just print out row 2 as well. So I'll just copy paste this. Row 2. And remember, this row 1 that I'm printing and the row 2 I'm printing is the first row that I pulled out from the two-dimensional array. And the second row I pulled out from the two-dimensional array. Alright? And now this one should be, well, row 1, column, I guess 1, or the 0th element, okay? So let's just do system.out.println, row 1, first element. So let's just do this, let's save it, and let's run it. And as you can see here, row 1 matches up exactly with that row that I just pulled out. Remember, this is A0, and this is A1 of the original double array, right? And then this is A0, A0, okay? So that's the basic structure to a 2D array. And we're going to be using this to explain, well, a more difficult problem.